Hello everybody, welcome back to another Expeditions Guide. Today we're going to be taking a look at the Keeping Eye on the Animals expedition in the Unshakeable Island. For this expedition you do need to have a Jaeger as well as 3 camera traps. So I have that. I'm also using the Tuz Action, and in the sideboard I have extra spare parts and extra fuel because we are going to have to be building some hefty bridges further up along the route here to complete this expedition. On top of that, I also brought a set of anchors and a set of jack screws for emergency purposes. So let's get started. So we're going to leave the southeastern outpost, and we're going to make our way across our mountain highway here, right along the ridge. And we're going to go down to the big island in the center and go across the island all the way over to the other side, where we got to go put these camera traps. So buckle up, this is going to be a lengthy one, but it is definitely a fun one. Use our winch, pull us up here. Almost tipped over there, thank goodness for the winch point. We're all right. And once we get to here, this is where we're going to make our descent down this mountain ridge and head on over to the islands. And we're going to kind of modulate our speed here, try to avoid going over these rocks if we can, just to try to keep the truck as balanced as we can going down this rocky hill here. And once we get down to the bottom, we're going to make our way down to the shoreline. Bounce ourselves off that rock there. And that is going to take us to this ford. Once we get across, we're going to stick to the shoreline and look for the path up, which is just down the way right here. And we're going to go up and down. And from here, we're going to kind of make our way north, going in between these rocks. And once we get across the island, we're going to use this ford over here to get ourselves across to the main island. Alright, once we made it to the big island, we're going to follow the path up the mountain here. Trying to go around these big rocks if we can. And once we've made it to the top, we're going to kind of follow this path that will take us through the island. And what we're trying to do is get to the north edge of this island, where we will find 2 bridges to build to get across to the landmass on the other side of the island. So we're going to kind of just maneuver our way through the forest as we head to the north end of the island. Does get kind of tricky in here. We're just trying to get through here without losing balance on the truck. We're just going to continue to follow the path here. And then we're going to follow this path up. Just climbing over these rocks here. And that's going to get us back into the forest. So we're going to continue to navigate our way through the forest here. Alright, so next up we want to go up over here to the right. And then we're going to head to the left across this clearing, where we'll eventually see a path that kind of spirals down to the left here. It is kind of bumpy here, as you can see, so make sure you're not going too fast over these rocks and bumps. And once we've made it over here, we're going to go again to the right. And then we're going to go to the left down here in between all these rocks, right over this tree branch. And this is going to take us to our bridge construction points. Use the binoculars here. This is a good spot to scout out the water here. See, that's where our points are. So we're going to go ahead and build the first bridge. This is 150 parts, which is why I brought extra parts with me in the cargo bed, because we need a total of 300 parts to build these 2 bridges to get across here. Alright, once we get to this island, we're going to come across over here. up this way. This will be our other build bridge. Again, 150 parts. So with these bridges built, this is going to be a quick, easy way to get to the other side of the map for not just this expedition, but future expeditions as well. We're going to go right across these bridges here. And once we've made it across, our first drop-off point will be immediately to our right when we get across. You can't really just drive to it, so we're going to go kind of up into the woods here and come down to it. Because if you try to just drive to it, you are driving on some pretty hefty banking that can cause balance issues with your trucks. So we're going to go straight down to it here. And that is going to install the first camera trap. So where we are headed now is we're going to head back up, and we're going to go up this hill over here and down to this other side through the woods and over to the next camera trap. So we're going to just navigate through the woods here. And we're going to go ahead and just climb right over these rocks here. That's going to get us right up and over onto the other side here. And from here, we're going to make our way down. And once we've made it down, we're going to cut through the woods. And then we're going to come down the other side here and make our way directly to the second camera trap location. There we go. Alright, now we got to find our way over to the third one. So we're going to go kind of back the way we came. Back up here. Up over the mountain here. And down kind of the way we came. And we're going to kind of cut through this path over here. And that's going to get us over this way. Now, going over those rocks one way was treacherous. It is going to be just as treacherous coming the other way. So, just in case, we got jack screws. I might even put an anchor down when we get over there, just to kind of give me something to hold the truck in place as we climb over all those rocks. We'll see what it's looking like when I get over there. So we're going to go ahead and climb up. I'm going to put it in low gear and throw the diff lock on to climb up this steep hill. Alright, and that is going to take us to these rocks. So we're going to go down on the right side of the rock here. Just kind of ease our way over it and down. And once we made it to this flat ground, we're going to kind of follow this path. It's kind of down in this ditch here. Kind of right in between these rock formations. It's a little bit of a mud pit down here, so be sure you're watching out for that. So we're going to follow this path up and around these rocks here. And that is going to take us to right about here, where we'll be able to make a turn back towards the lake shore. So we're going to go right in between this little canyon here. Little crevice, if you will. Once we've made it through that, we're going to climb over these rocks and trees over here. And once we've made it over the rocks and trees, we can just drive right on over to the camera trap location. There we go. Alright, our final step is some exploration. So we're going to go back the way we came over these trees and rocks. Come back this way. And we're going to actually make our way up over here and kind of go up this path here and get up to the top of this hill where we'll be able to use the binoculars to kind of scout out most of this and pick up the rest with the drone. And so we want as straight of a path as possible over these trees and rocks. caught on that branch. There we go. Climb right over it. Alright, so now we're going to go back through the crevice. And while we're here, I'm going to take a moment to refuel the truck with our fuel supplies. And that'll get us to the end of this expedition here. So we're going to go ahead and make our way through the forest. And we're going to go around this rock on the right side. And here's where we can start climbing up to the top of this peak. Alright, so from here I'm going to use the binoculars and we're going to scan around. There's an airdrop there. And we're just going to scan around just like that. And that's going to get us most of the area explored. We're at 64% now. So I'm going to go ahead and drive over to this spot here. And from this vantage point, we're going to use the binoculars and scan the horizon once again. And there we go. That is the expedition complete. Hope you guys enjoyed this. This unlocks the fuel tank upgrade for your trucks, which is a deployable fuel canister, as well as a new outpost in the Unshakeable Island. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know what you think. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.